This joint is tripping, yo. It won't let me it got me holding the phone all stupid. I don't like that, man. I don't think I could. I mean, I don't think I could save this, man. It got me holding it won't let me do it in portrait mode. Who know how to fix that? What's going on, everybody? What's up? Who know how to fix this little portrait mode thing I'm having? It won't let me turn the phone. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's up? What's up? What's up? I don't know what I did, man. I done hit some button, man. I'm trying to get this sideways, man. It won't let me do it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up? What's up? What's up? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Took a break. I'm back this week. That's what's up, man. A break is always good, Bird Gang. A break is always good. Eli ain't no Hall of Famer. Woo. I don't know about that, man. I got Eli being in the Hall of Fame, man. New DB coach coming soon, probably that dude from the Browns. Auto flip. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to auto flip it. Bully season has no off season. Absolutely not. We don't do no off seasons. Eli won 2 Super Bowls. I think Eli is a Hall of Famer. LB is a Hall of Fame YouTuber. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. I think Eli is a Hall of Fame. I think Eli gonna get in the Hall of Fame before McNabb. Only QB to beat Brady before Foles in the Super Bowl. It's not even. First of all, he's like a 2-time Super Bowl MVP. Eli Manning is I think top 10 all time in passing yards. Eli Manning is a Hall of Fame quarterback. McNabb is a Hall of Very Good. I don't know, but Eli definitely Hall of Famer. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't and everybody like to say, rings shouldn't be more than Hall of Fames. I mean, if you win 2 Super Bowls, he only played for 1 franchise. Eli Manning has had some crazy Super Bowl runs for the ages, man. I think he won the Super Bowl as what was he? They were a wild card team. Only because his last name, you tripping. Eli Hall of Famer. That's no hate. That's just keeping it a buck. Eli's a Hall of Famer. Donovan McNabb, I don't know, man. I really don't know. He never missed a game. Real healthy. I believe McNabb eventually gets in the Hall of Fame. I don't know. I can't be so sure about Donovan McNabb, man. And that's no bias, man. Obviously, because he was an Eagles guy. But I can't be so sure about Donovan McNabb. He don't have a 4,000 passing yard season. Everybody want to say, oh, well, the NFL was different back then. No, people was throwing for 4,000 yards in seasons before, during McNabb's time. So I don't know about that, man. Eli's numbers were inflated because of the passing era. His numbers were inflated? I don't know about that. I don't know. I vividly remember Eli Manning going on tears, 400 passing yard game, 400 passing yard game, going on tears, bruh. Eli Manning used to go on tears. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about that. If they put Romo, then McNabb should definitely get in. I mean, if they do Romo, I believe McNabb should get in. But McNabb, if you think about it, Donovan McNabb almost threw for 4,000 yards. I mean, almost. I almost was a light-skinned woman. But then the X gene and the Y chromosome, and here you get me. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know about no almost, man. He ain't get in. He ain't throw for 4,000 passing yards in a season. I think that's that's something that Carson Wentz just did with guys who don't belong in a starting lineup, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? Carson Wentz just did that with a bunch of nobodies, man. You know what I mean? Donovan McNabb had T.O., had Brent Selleck, L.J. Smith. Yeah, he had Todd Pinkston and bums like that. But Todd Pinkston and them dudes, Freddie Mitchell and them dudes, they are capable of getting 500 passing yards in a season. Carson Wentz threw for 4,000 passing yards without one receiver having 500 receiving yards. I don't know, man. McNabb had a Deshaun Jackson. He had speedsters. Andy Reid barely ran the ball. A run play for Andy Reid back then was like a 3-yard dump off to Brian Westbrook. That was a run play. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. He also had D-Jack. Yeah, he had D-Jack. What's good? Eli is 7th all-time in passing yards and touchdowns. That's what I'm saying, man. That's a Hall of Famer. Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger are in the same place. They're in the same place. So if you're going to say Ben Roethlisberger a Hall of Famer, you got to say Eli Manning a Hall of Famer. They're in the same place. They're on the same tier of all-time great, and they both Hall of Famers. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Eli had a 500 winning record, 117 and 117. That's cool. That's cool. Eli did have a 500 record, 117 and 117. That's cool. That's cool. But he got 2 Super Bowls. 2 Super Bowls. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. 2 Super Bowls. One of his Super Bowls he won with being a wild card. I think both times they were a wild card. Correct me if I'm wrong. McNabb has had contributors, bro. I remember that one, that in those squads. Yeah, McNabb had some people. McNabb had some people. You know what I mean? And Eli Manning's prime, Eli Manning didn't have no TO in his prime. Didn't have no TO in his prime. Eli Manning did not have a losing season until 2013. Bro, 2013 was a long time ago. So he's been losing for 7 years? I don't think he had a winning one since. If Doug take the Eagles back, should he be in the Hall of Fame? If Doug Peterson take the Eagles back to the Super Bowl, should he be in the Hall of Fame? Yes. Doug Peterson should be in the Hall of Fame if he take the Eagles back to the Super Bowl. Yes, he should. Now, remember, Doug Peterson only been coaching for a while. Only been coaching for a while. Yes, he should be in the Hall of Fame if he take the Eagles back. I'd rather have Eli's 2 rings than McNabb's stats. Lil B. Eli's getting in just for being one of 5 QBs with 2 Super Bowls and 2 Super Bowl MVPs. He's getting in because his career. Now we could judge him off the last 5 years when everybody's saying he should hang it up. His career overall has been good. My man, much respect to you. Much respect to you. Speak the truth about Eli. I'm gonna speak the truth about football in general. I appreciate you. One giant rebuttal. He's getting in because if you think about Eli Manning's career as a quarterback in the NFL, it's hard. It's hard to say that Eli Manning didn't have an A- career. It's hard to say it, man. Really hard to say it. You're talking about a guy where Eli Manning had a cannon, man, when he was young. It's hard to say it, man. And McNabb, you can't compare McNabb's career to Eli Manning. I'm sorry. I can't do it. McNabb was a McNabb. Who is McNabb right now? Who is McNabb? Who can you compare to McNabb right now in today's NFL? Now, I'm not saying McNabb was a slouch. But who can you compare McNabb to right now in today's NFL? Who? I'm not talking about our attributes. I'm talking about somebody who just never got it done. Who can you compare him to in today's NFL? You know what I mean? It's not that easy of a call. It's not that easy of a call, man. I mean, Phillip Rivers really can't. You could say he had a better career than Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers didn't go to the Super Bowl. Phillip Rivers don't have the playoff success as Donovan McNabb. You know what I mean? But Phillip Rivers' stats are a little better. McNabb got a Super Bowl appearance. I would say McNabb's career is better than Phillip Rivers' career. I was going to say Phillip Rivers. You can't say Phillip Rivers. Cam Newton. Cam is a good one. If Cam gets another starting position, that's the perfect example. The perfect example is Cam Newton. But when it's all said and done, if Cam has another 5-6 strong years, you can't compare him to Cam Newton. Cam Newton got an MVP. Cam Newton is through for 4,000 passing yards. You know what I mean? Both guys weren't widely respected as being accurate, but Cam Newton has probably had the better career than Donovan McNabb. Cam Newton is the perfect example. The perfect example. Matt Ryan is a good one as well. What's the dude from KC before Mahomes? Alex Smith? Matt Ryan without Julio. But have we ever seen a Matt Ryan without Julio? If we don't let Djax return that punt, we go to distance. If Djax don't return that punt, you go to distance. I doubt it, because Djax returned the punt. Cam has been better, I think. Has Cam? I would say Cam has been. Cam has been better, man. I think Cam has been better. Cam has been better, man. Cam has never had no dynamic players, and Cam was able to take things to a Super Bowl level. You know what I mean? And Cam used his feet to perfection. Cousins? Nah, I'm not going to say Cousins. McNabb had a better career than Cousins. The Bucks QB, Jameis Winston, McNabb ain't turned the ball over that much. It's Matt Ryan or Cam Newton. Matt Ryan or Cam Newton. So now we're going to say Matt Ryan or Cam Newton. Now, do you think Matt Ryan and Cam Newton are going to the Hall of Fame? Cam got a chance. Because Cam's still a little young. Cam got a chance. But Matt Ryan, not so much. He probably not going to the Hall of Fame. See what I'm saying? So we all can agree that McNabb is more of a Cam Newton, Matt Ryan type of guy in today's NFL. How can we say he's a Hall of Famer in the past? Because look at the guys he played with in the past. Who was the dominant quarterbacks when McNabb was playing? Tom Brady was just now kind of starting out. I think you still had a little bit of what's his name? The greatest show on turf. Kurt Warner was out there balling, doing this thing. What was that quarterback? What was that quarterback for the Chiefs? Who was throwing all the when they had Priest Holmes and all of them? Favre was doing this thing. McNair was doing this thing. Damn, what was that quarterback name for the Chiefs? I don't remember his name. Trent Green. Yeah, Trent Green was a beast. Trent Green was good. You know what I mean? He was a good quarterback in that era. Mark Brunell was still rocking with the Jags, I think, at that point. So yeah. You know what I mean? And it's no shot to Donovan McNabb. It just is what it is. It is what it is. Dante Culpepper, he had a couple years. Peyton Manning for sure. Drew Brees was all right. Jamarcus Russell was buns. Cordell Stewart, yeah. Jake from the Panthers, Jake Delhomme. Jake Delhomme was doing okay. Jake Delhomme had a solid NFL career. Jake Delhomme and Mark Brunell. And I don't think either one of them are in the Hall of Fame. Rich Gannon was solid for a while. With Oakland and 49ers, right? He was solid for a while. You know what I mean? Yo, can you slide me a wrench, big bro? I got you. Was Warren Moon still like active though? What's going on, Banks? Big Ben? I don't know. Hasselbeck was solid. Solid with the Seahawks. I don't think Hasselbeck is in the NFL. I mean, in the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? So, like, it's like, and then McNabb got the sexual assault allegations and stuff like that. It's going to be hard for McNabb to make it to the Hall of Fame. It's going to be hard. Trent Dilfer, yeah. Joe Kittner. Testaverde was still old and withering away. Flacco wasn't around then, I don't think. Can I get a wrench? I got you, June. Hasselbeck, the Seahawks guy. Hasselbeck was okay. Hasselbeck was solid. Jeff Garcia was solid. Hasselbeck was solid, bruh. Vic was solid. How could you forget about Vic? I think Vic gonna get in the Hall of Fame before McNabb. Sad to say. Man. I think Vic gonna get in the Hall of Fame before McNabb. You know what I mean? And I guess the bigger question is this: do I believe Donovan McNabb deserves to be in the Hall of Fame? I don't know. Without a 4,000 passing yard season, it's kind of hard for me, man. It's hard for me, bro. It's hard for me to say you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame as a quarterback without being able to throw for 4. He owns no Philadelphia Eagles records. Carson Wentz got most touchdown passes for an Eagles quarterback. Most passing yards in the season for an Eagles quarterback. Carson Wentz did that in 4 years. Now, granted, the game was slightly different. Everybody would like to say it wasn't this crazy vertical attack like that. But I don't know, man. No, I think he didn't have any weapons. He had T.O. for a year and still couldn't throw for 4,000 passing yards. What are you talking about? T.O. was an animal when he played for the Eagles. Animal. He ain't have no weapons. He had people that was getting over 500 receiving yards in a season. Carson Wentz threw for 4,000 passing yards without a 500 receiving yard wide receiver. So I can't. The weapons thing, Carson Wentz did it without weapons. I can't keep making excuses for the lack of weapons after what I seen Carson Wentz do. You know what I mean? With the broke leg. Vic in 22 came in second place for MVP. He had Smith. Who's Smith? Todd Pinkston? Todd Pinkston was buns. Let's not act like that. Todd Pinkston was buns. James Thrash was buns. But they were able to get 500 yards in the season? Has any of them? L.J. Smith was okay at tight end. I liked L.J. Smith. Was he a tight end? I think he was. Were they able to get 500 yards in the season? They were able. They were good enough to take. They were good enough to be a wide receiving group that could make it to the Super Bowl. The Patriots would probably be in the Super Bowl if they had Todd Pinkston and James Thrash. They were good enough wide receiver group to get to 5 straight NFC championships. Nobody, 4 straight or whatever. Nobody was saying McNabb ain't have no weapons when they was in the height of getting to all these playoff runs. Nobody said that. I'm running from the truth. What's the truth, DH Eagle? Help me out. Help me out. Because I know you a McNabb man. Wentz will go down as the Eagles' greatest quarterback. Of course. I agree with that. Full-fledged, I agree with that. Yes, we was. What's the truth, DH Eagle? I'm missing it. Carson Wentz will go down as the greatest Eagles quarterback. I mean, it's not even a question. He's going to have another 4,000 passing yard season this season. Guaranteed. No way Vic should get in before McNabb. Name the quarterback today with 5 straight NFC championship games. I'm waiting. 5 straight NFC championship games don't get you to nothing, bruh. It don't get you to the Hall of Fame. It don't get you to the Hall of Fame. It don't. It don't. And it's, you're right. It's nobody. 4 straight NFC title appearances just proves that you can't get over the hump. We got there 4 times, I think, without T.O. T.O. helped us get over the hump. Wentz need wide receivers. Just throwing 4,000 yards don't either. Yeah, throwing 4,000 yards don't get you to the Hall of Fame. I totally agree with that. But who don't do that, though? Who doesn't do that? McNabb had more than enough weapons to be able to do that. More than enough weapons. They say in that 2-minute drill where the Eagles had a chance to drive the field, where McNabb threw the interception and the game was a wrap, they said McNabb didn't remember. McNabb only knew 2 plays for the 2-minute drill. Only knew 2 plays. And it's stories that confirmed that when he went to another team, they had to bring in other quarterbacks to run a 2-minute drill because he didn't remember the 2-minute drill plays. No, he didn't. Wentz had more. Wentz had more what? He was inexperienced. I don't know, bro. I don't know about that. He had Terrell Owens, who played in the Super Bowl with screws and pins in his foot. McNabb would have threw for 4K, but T.O. got hurt, and they already had the #1 seed wrapped up. Carson Wentz threw for 4K. Deshaun Jackson was hurt. Alshon Jeffrey was hurt. He threw for 4K with Ward being his best wide receiver. I can't make excuses for people getting hurt no more. What's good? Eli Manning threw for a bunch of 4Ks before Odell Beckham was in the picture. Before. Plexico Burress was like his top receiver for a while. Jason Avant was very solid. Jason Avant was a solid possession receiver. Solid. Did McNabb play a lot with Irvin Fryer? If y'all remember Irvin Fryer, he was good. Irvin Fryer was good. Jay Cutler was throwing all over the field. Is he Hall of Fame worthy? No, of course he's not Hall of Fame worthy. We're not going to ask crazy questions because you might not like my opinions on Donovan McNabb. Of course Jay Cutler is not Hall of Fame worthy. He not. Avant was underrated. I liked Avant. And Cutler was a bum. Two different systems, Lil Brunson. Context is important. McNabb's system was more run. McNabb's system wasn't run heavy. McNabb's system was not run heavy. I'm trying to tell you that now. It wasn't run heavy. Brian Westbrook. Look up Brian Westbrook and how many passes he caught. Look up Brian Westbrook and the damage he did in the passing game. Andy Reid got scrutinized for not running the ball a lot. A run play for the Philadelphia Eagles back then was a 3-yard pass. A 3-yard pass. Westbrook was a great pass-catching running back. One of the originals. Westbrook birthed a lot of the styles y'all see today. with all these scat backs, with these Camaras and these Christian McCaffreys. They're all hybrids of what everybody wanted out of a Brian Westbrook. Nobody was drafting small running backs like that. Andy Reid's system is run heavy now, probably more than what it was. What's going on, Cool Cat? Bro, if I was in here, I would definitely school you. I mean, if you got some school, if you want to be the teacher, be the teacher. Be the teacher. Be the teacher. I don't remember Westbrook having 1,000 yards on the ground. I don't remember that. Somebody give me the season where Westbrook ran for 1,000 yards on the ground since we were so run heavy. Please. Andy was run heavy in the last game because he had to. I mean, give me where Westbrook was taking the lead by storm running the ball. Westbrook was a punt returning scat back. And he was good at it. Eli Manning top receivers, Victor Cruz and Odell Beckham. Yeah, Victor Cruz was a beast. So Eli Manning had some star power wide receiver before. 607. Westbrook had 1,000 rushing yards years 2006 and 2007. 1,000 yards rushing. I didn't know that. If he had both years, that's crazy. He had 2,000-yard rushing seasons back to back, but that still don't make us run heavy though. I don't see how that makes us run heavy because he caught a lot of passes out the backfield as well. You know what I mean? So I don't think we were run heavy. I don't think so. Nab had Kevin Curtis. Was he a wide receiver? What's going on, Michael? Those were Westbrook's best years. I know they had to be. They're the only 2 years, and he did it back to back. So he hit a pocket where he was running well, I guess. His first year, but let's talk about that in context. Although he did get 1,000-yard rushing, was he at the top of the list in carries in the NFL? Was he at the top of the list in carries? 06 and 07, he ran for 1,200 and caught 90 passes. In both seasons, he ran for 1,200 and caught 90 passes. 90 passes is a lot. You see what I'm saying? That's like an Alvin Kamara season now. That's ridiculous, bruh. That's ridiculous. Deuce Staley was running the ball heavy. Deuce Staley wasn't around like that though. Deuce Staley wasn't around like that. Like when Deshaun Jackson and all of that, when McNabb had opportunities to throw for 4,000 passing yards, that's when the Eagles really didn't have no wide receivers when Deuce Staley was around. I mean, how far back are we going? 6,355 yards. That's the total for his career. Kevin Curtis wideout was in the bowl with McNabb and T.O. I remember Kevin Curtis. Kevin Curtis was all right. Deuce left after the 2003 season. I mean, that's what I'm saying. We didn't go to the... When did we go to the Super Bowl? Was that 05? I was born in 01, and all I remember is... I can't really see that comment. Deuce was an animal for sure. I used to like Deuce. I mean, you had no option but throwing the ball with Deuce. He should be in the Hall of Fame, but he will be okay. Ooh, yeah, Deuce was an animal. We can go back to Herschel Walker. It's crazy that in a few years, Wilson and Rodgers will be some of the oldest QBs in the league. Aaron Rodgers already old. Kevin Curtis didn't play with T.O. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't even remember who Kevin Curtis is. I can't remember if he's a wide receiver or a running back. In 06, he caught 77 passes. I'm going to look this information up for myself and do a video on it. Somebody just said in 06, he caught 90 passes. In 06, he caught 77 passes. 77 is still a lot of passes, bruh. We ain't had a top wideout since Harold. No, T.O. Y'all forget about T.O.? I got you, George. My point is this with the McNabb situation. I know we got some diehard McNabb fans, especially Eagles Nation that's over 35 years old, 36. These guys love McNabb. I like McNabb too. But McNabb had ample opportunity. McNabb had enough wide receivers to be able to throw 4,000 passing yards in a season. Yeah, Rodgers is old, man. Rodgers is old. Rodgers been in the NFL my entire adult life. I graduated high school in 2005. With the Cowboys' new coaching staff, they're going to dominate next season. The Cowboys not dominating nothing over here. Deuce ran for 1,000 yards one year and caught 1,000 yards in the same year. Deuce was a problem, though, man. I think that might be one of the first jerseys I had was a Deuce Staley jersey. A Deuce Staley jersey. Deuce was a problem, man. Ricky Waters or Deuce, one of the two. Deuce was a problem, man. That's an amazing season for Deuce Staley. Deuce ran for 1,000 one year and caught 1,000 in the same year. That's what I'm saying. So you're not a run heavy team. You know who's a run heavy team? The Tennessee Titans. That's run heavy. Dude had 300. He had over 300 carries. That's a run heavy team. Now, some guys like to split that up between backs. You got a back with 100 carries. You got another back with 100 carries. You got another back with like 50 carries. That's run heavy, man. That's run heavy. If you got running backs that's running for 1,000 yards, hey, Philly 500, what's up, man? Thank you for the donation, bruh. What up, LB? Under Reed, the Eagles were never a run-heavy team. They threw. Reed would get killed for not running. Randall was a Hall of Famer. That's what I'm saying, Philly 500. I don't remember us because Andy Reid was one of the first guys that did the West Coast offense. And he was heavily criticized for throwing out of the backfield to these running backs and trying to get guys in space. You know what I'm saying? Randall was definitely a Hall of Famer. Don't forget about my man Corral Buckhalter. I used to like Buckhalter. Romo or McNabb? McNabb. Romo never been outside the divisional round. I think McNabb showed the ability more to Deuce never received for 1K. So what is everybody talking about? Can we get accurate stats? Because Deuce receiving for 1K? It was a little shaky at first. Kevin Curtis played in the Arizona NFC Championship game. Edgerrin James was one of the original scat backs out of that group of people. Edgerrin James and Westbrook, they all were babies of Marshall Faulk. And then they grew up and took the position up a notch. And that's how you got all these Christian McCaffreys, and you know the scat back is what everybody need now. That's why in order to be effective, now look, Saquon is the baby of all of this. Saquon is just a mutation. He can do everything. Le'Veon Bell, Saquon, Zeke. You see how the position mutated? So now it's even more possible for guys to get 4,000 passing yards. It's even easier because you got running backs who can run for 1,500 and catch 800. You see what I'm saying? You got running backs that could do that. DH Eagle, it does because Randall changed how you look at the quarterback position. If you change the game, you're a Hall of Famer. That's what I'm saying. Michael Vick changed the game. Michael Vick is a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? Dudes that change the game and have this type of generational impact should be looked at as Hall of Famers. Like, you want to know why Allen Iverson is a Hall of Famer? Because Allen Iverson helped change the game. Allen Iverson brought a certain level of energy to the game with just the play calling and, well, not the play calling, with the braids and the style and all that stuff. Allen Iverson changed the game. That's one of the big reasons for Allen Iverson being a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? If you could change the game in any capacity, you're a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? A positive change. And when the league had the copycat guys and get guys that could play like Randall. You see what I'm saying? And that's how you get the Michael Vicks. You know what I'm saying? That's how Warren Moon and Randall, the position had to change. Now everybody can throw and pass. Everybody can throw and pass. You know what I mean? Randall Cunningham, Hall of Famer. McNabb isn't. Nobody has ever seen a Randall Cunningham. Then after him, he opened the doors for guys like Mike Vick, McNabb, and so on. Yeah, Randall Cunningham opened the doors for like the Steve McNairs, even the Brett Favres. Like, these dudes used to run with the ball. Steve Young. These dudes ran with the ball. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys watched Randall. We did have an elite defense back then. Hugh Douglas and those guys, Trey Thomas, Jeremiah Trotter was elite, Dawkins, Troy Vincent. Oh my God, the cornerbacks back then. Woo. Troy Vincent, and what was the other guy? Bobby Taylor, I think. My God. My God, the defense was savage, man, back then. We ain't had a defense like that since. You know what I mean? That got to do with, like, with Jim Johnson and them guys. I think the Eagles going to promote Press Taylor, bro. The offense, I don't really like Press like that. Vic was the best to ever do it. Deion Sanders said it's too easy to get to the Hall of Fame now. I don't know about I don't know about it being too easy to get to the Hall of Fame. I ain't seen nobody in the Hall of Fame that shouldn't be there. So how can you say that? I don't agree with them digging up the bones of people from the 60s and inducting them now. Why do you mean induct them then? What took Harold Carmichael so long to be in the Hall of Fame? Lito Shepherd was a beast too. You know what I mean? Thomas Jasper Jr. What's that's why Doug always getting slack for not running the ball as much, because he was a part of the Andy Reid tree for not running. Until now, he changed that a little. Yeah, I mean, all them guys out of the Andy Reid tree believe that you can get a nice little swing pass and get the same amount. They think I think they think this. You get less wear and tear on your running backs if you put them in a passing game more. And that could be the furthest thing from the truth. If you don't use the running back the way he's supposed to be used, and he get hit one good time, he's not used to getting hit, he can get hurt. Harold was the best wide receiver in the league for a decade. Why did it take so long? I don't get it either. Corey Simon was an animal. My favorite Eagle of all time is Brian Dawkins. I know Philly 500 was Reggie White. Reggie is definitely in my top 3. But see, this is the thing I got to say about Reggie White. Now, only Eagles fans remember us having Reggie White. Only Eagles fans remember us having Reggie White. Reggie White is remembered more for being a Packer because Reggie White won the Super Bowl with the Packers. Just like only Eagles fans remember the good old days with Andy Reid. But if Andy Reid wins this championship for the Chiefs, Andy Reid will belong to them. Andy Reid will belong to the Chiefs, man. The Eagles' defense in Randall's era was better than McNabb's. It was better in Randall's era for sure. Gangrene in them, it was definitely better. Jeremiah Trotter used to be one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite Eagles of all time. I used to love Jeremiah Trotter, man. Who was the best receiver of all time? Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice was the best receiver of all time. Number 2 would be this is my top 5 receivers of all time. I like Jerry Rice at number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna have to go with T.O. I flip-flop between T.O. and Randy Moss a lot, but number 2, I like T.O. Number 2, nobody played with the rage that T.O. played with, man. Number 2, I'm going to have to go with T.O. Number 3, I'm going to go with Randy Moss. Number 4, I'm going to go with Marvin Harrison. And number 5, I like a lot of guys at number 5. A lot of guys. You could put a lot of people at number 5. I watch a lot of football, so I name a lot of players that a lot of people wouldn't think of. Isaac Bruce, man, was one of my guys. You know what I mean? Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt. But number 5, man, is always open for Fitz. Okay, I can see Fitz being up there. Calvin Johnson ain't played enough for me, man. Megatron ain't played enough for me. Reggie Wayne was a problem at number 5. Torrey Holt was real good. Chris Carter was good, but Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce ran routes way better than him. Larry belongs in there, so I can see Larry. Why are you wearing a fake beard, dude? Jim Gaffigan. What? So you just wanted some attention. Yeah, Larry belongs. Fitzgerald, Ocho Cinco. Tim Brown. Yeah, Tim Brown. Tim Brown belongs. Hey, Bobby, man, thank you for the donation, bruh. Love the content, LB. Any thoughts to the Eagles making trades to grab a second or first round pick? I would trade somebody. I would trade somebody for an additional first round pick, but we don't have nobody, that we could give up for a first round pick. You would be looking at giving up, dare I not say, Zach Ertz. You'd be looking at having to give up Zach Ertz for a first round pick. You know what I mean? Zach Ertz or Fletcher Cox or somebody like that. I'm not trading Zach Ertz for no first round pick. I don't care about Wentz throwing 4,000 pass yards. How many playoff games has he won yet? That DH Eagle, now you know that's not fair. Carson Wentz didn't get to play in the playoffs because he got knocked out by a dirty hit. That ain't fair, DH. Yo, Philly 500, what wide receiver do you want in the first round? Oh, we going to do this draft board. You still in here, 500? We're going to get this draft board together. I'm going to text you, too. I got an idea how we can do it before we come together for the final piece, the final video of it. Keep Sydney next year. Absolutely. I'm keeping Sydney. You want Ruggs? I like Ruggs. Everybody was talking about KJ Hamler, man. It's another KJ that I'm looking at. KJ Hill. What he play for, OSU? Something like that? Whew. Woo. We're going to talk about, we're really going to talk about that. CD or Ruggs. CD not going to be available. Or Ruggs, I don't think. Mario, I need you to get a picture, then I slide you the wrench. I have to research some more guys. Oh, I'm on it. I'm on it, 500. I'm on it. I want to compare my list to yours, 500. I got like 7 wide receivers I've been looking at really, really closely. And I think, we got a chance at 21 to have one of these 7 guys, and we need to pull the string. We need to pull the trigger. Torrey Holt was that work. Keyshawn Johnson, no, I don't like Keyshawn like that. You give Wentz a pass, but not McNabb. What pass do McNabb need? McNabb was never knocked out of no playoff game. McNabb out here defending to the world that he ain't throw up. We know Wentz got illegally hit, man. What pass do Donovan McNabb need? Keyshawn Johnson, who? Keyshawn Johnson? Steve Smith I think Steve Smith Sr. is a Hall of Famer. Jalen Rager, nah, I ain't that impressed. He a little too light. Can I get a wrench? I got you, but I'm about to get out of here. Chad Johnson? No, Chad Johnson is not a top 5 wide receiver of all time. Chad Johnson is not better than Isaac Holt. Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt. Chad Johnson is not better than a lot of people, man. Chad Johnson just had his streak. You know what I mean? It's a lot of guys that's better than Chad Johnson. A lot. You know what I mean? Look at Chad Johnson numbers, man. Chad Johnson barely was better than TJ Houshmandzadeh. He just talked more. That's all that was. He just talked more. McNabb had a lot of injuries as well. He had a lot of injuries as well. He did. McNabb had a lot of injuries, but McNabb ain't take no dirty hit and get knocked out the playoffs, man. He didn't, man. Hines Ward is better than Chad Johnson. Hines Ward should be a Hall of Famer. Hey, bro, can I get your email? ElijahEBrunson@gmail.com. You might as well put AB in there if you go Chad. You got, yeah, I can see that. Keyshawn Johnson might have had a better career than Ocho Cinco. I see you like Pittman, just can't do USC receivers no more. I like Pittman. I like him, man. He turned their heads at the Senior Bowl. But let me get out of here, man. Official video coming later. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.